packing up to leave for college, loading up my car, driving, setting up my room with time lapses and all this cool stuff. And then I turned on my camera Monday morning and there was this little flashing thing that was basically telling me that my SD card wasn't working right. I did get a little bit of footage, not much at all, like nothing, which I will insert now. That's all I got. I got on campus, had some meetings, and had to get my stuff into my room and start setting everything up. Had a lot to do, so more or less it was just becoming too complicated to try and film and set everything up at the same time. So that's okay, because I've got a whole school year still to like film a bunch of cool stuff. So I wrote down the most important tips, and I'm going to share those with you right now. Number 1, when you're about 2 weeks out from school, it's important to start checking your emails regularly. I know, really, you should probably be doing this like all summer long. As I've gone through college, I've gotten better and better at checking my emails. Freshman year, I was terrible at it. I checked them once a day, was always missing things, was always missing meetings, and sometimes people would be like, oh my gosh, Lindsey, you need to get it together and check your emails like 3 times a day or every time you get an email or whatever. I was terrible at it. Now that I'm a senior, I realize, oh yeah, you really need to check your emails like 3 times a day or just whenever you have a free second. 2 weeks out from school, start checking your emails. You never know when a professor may say, hey, okay, so the first day you're going to have this assignment due, which actually, if you are watching this and you are a St. Joe's student, for Core 9 we have to read that book at night, and it's due like the first day of our core discussion classes. Just fun fact. Learned that when I read my emails. Number 2, call the financial aid office about 3 or 4 weeks before it's time to go back to school. Make sure that your FAFSA is good, your billing is correct, and that everything is getting paid the right way. The last 2 years, I have not checked the right box to accept my financial aid. I always think that I do it right, and then I get a message or an email saying that I didn't do it right. Oops. So you really want to make sure that you're paying everything correctly and on time. Buying college books is expensive, and I feel like this is a huge topic that's debated, especially at my school, because sometimes students feel like their professors aren't using the books enough to the point where they really need to buy it and have their own copy. I'm just gonna tell you, I know for me personally, I've always felt so much more comfortable to have all my books before I get on campus, all my own copies. I know they're expensive, and I know sometimes professors don't use them as much as you would hope to like get use out of them, but it is good to have your own copy because you can mark them up, highlight them, write in them, take notes. You don't have to wait for a friend to finish with their books. You can borrow it. The other thing that you can do is if you have a friend that you really, really trust, you can go halvesies and buy books if you have the same class and like share. I would definitely recommend buying your books and having them before you get on campus. This next tip is a packing tip. I play soccer at St. Joe's, and I've always found that it's really helpful for me to pack all of my soccer stuff first before I pack anything else. Since soccer is a fall sport, that is one of my main priorities when I get on campus. That's a big reason why I always move in early, is because of soccer and preseason. I would really hate if sometime I forgot like my cleats or my shin guards or something like that, and I wasn't prepared at practice and my coach was like, really? It's really important to make sure you pack all your sports gear, all your athletic wear. Make sure that you have all that stuff packed. You're gonna overpack. I do it. I have way too much stuff. I have to get rid of a lot of stuff every year when I unpack because I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I don't know why I brought this. I'm not even gonna use it. But it's just part of it. You're gonna overpack. The thing is, that's okay, because chances are you're packing things, you're like, oh, well, I really like this pair of shoes. They make me feel really comfortable and really confident, and I want to have them with me when I'm going to class. That's okay, that's good. You should pack comfort items and your like softest like comfy sweatshirt and the shoes that make you feel really confident, or I don't know why I picked shoes, but you know, shoes. You probably don't need everything that you packed. So get rid of some stuff, or like ask the people across the hall, hey, I packed this and I really don't need it. Do you want to use it? Unless it's like junky or something, then probably don't do that. Well, that's maybe a terrible tip, but it's not really even a tip. It's just like a thing. Like you're probably going to overpack, and then you're going to have to get rid of stuff. It's just something that happens. Always pack at least one professional outfit for interviews, for giving a presentation. Pack something that you can give a presentation in comfortably without having to tug on your clothes, and that's a bit modest, a bit more professional. You don't want to be like flashing everybody when you're up there talking about something important. I don't know. Just pack something that looks very professional so you can dress for success, look good, feel good, get a good grade. It's important to remember when you're moving in that there's gonna be a store close by. So if you forget your deodorant or your toothbrush and toothpaste, there's probably a store really close by. You don't have to pack all of that when you're leaving from home. You can get it once you get to school. And if you forget something, your parents can mail it. It's okay. That happens sometimes. I've done it. I did it this year. Senior in college, and I still left a bunch of stuff up in my attic. But that's okay because I'll get it to school eventually. It's not the end of the world. It'll be okay. My last tip for this video is, it's kind of like a future thing, but when the end of the year comes, the end of the school year, think about renting a storage locker close to your college. That way you don't have to take everything from your room home and store it all for the summer. You can leave some things close by, and then when you get back to school, you just go and you pick it up and you turn your key in. I did it like the last 2 years. It worked out really well. So I know this video has been kind of like weird. It hasn't been very organized. Like I said, there was this, it's still flashing. I don't really know why. I need to figure that out, read the instructions maybe. But flashing telling me something wrong with my SD card. Maybe it's too full. I really hope to give you more college tips and just tell you about things. Maybe I'll do some videos on how to prepare a nice like college-y type meal in your dorm room that's easy. You can do it in the microwave. I got a magic bullet that I'm making like smoothies and things in, so I'll show you some of those cool little, I guess you could call them recipes. I'll share all of that with you, so I'm really excited. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please click the like button. Also, you can click to subscribe, and you can find out what else the Rose knows.